everybody, so today's post is going to be getting you ready for your research project that you have to do at the end of this unit. So for this project you're going to need to find a poet that we've not talked about in class. I know that sounds a little intimidating, but we've covered a span of about 400 to 500 years of British poetry, and we've only really talked about, I don't know, 15 to 20 poets, which is not a lot. So there's lots and lots of options. Okay. The best way I found to start this project is to go to a site called Poetry Foundation, which is what I'm going to walk you through right now. I'm going to show you how to get there, once you're on the site, how to use it, and then what to really look for while you're searching to give you the most substantial information. Okay. I'm going to make myself small so we can get this started. First place you want to start with is on the blog. Okay. If you go on the right-hand side, after you scroll down, it's going to be helpful links. It's going to be a link for Poetry Foundation right there. Click on it. I like this site more than others because of this right here. It has a free mobile app. So the same way you can watch this video or look on the class website and calendar and do all that on your smartphone, you can download this app, which is free. And you can do searching on here too if you're in a bind. Granted, it's much easier to do this if you are on a computer though. Either way, if you go under Poems and Poets, search under Poems first. I think it gives me a little more results. Okay, so this year we're only talking about British literature. So the first thing you want to adjust on your search is the poets region. Expand that. Go under England. Written in England on the same page, remember? So now everyone that we're going to look at from here on out is going to be British, okay? Or classified under British literature. So we have about just under 2,000 poems. You now can either go under school and period or subject. Okay, subject's going to give you the themes of the poems, while school and period is going to give you more of the time frames, like how we talked about medieval or Renaissance, Victorian, all of those. Okay. Granted, some of these searches aren't search options under this are not going to give you any results. For instance, Harlem Renaissance, that's not going to get you anything because Harlem Renaissance is going to be in New York during like the 1920s. Okay. And nothing's going to show up under British once we adjusted the poets region. Okay. I really like Georgian, which is around World War I, so we're going to go with that. Okay. Now, I now have about 100 poems to search through. It's a little much for me. I like a little more specific. So you can go under Love, Nature, Social Commentaries. All of these are going to give you, when you click on them, I'll show you on their Social Commentary, subcategories. We know after doing our Owen unit that I really, really like World War I. So I'm going to click on War. And I now have tons of different ones, about 50. Okay? We're going to use Wolford Owen as an example since you can't use them since we've already used them in class. So I'm going to click on the send off. It's not that long of a poem. So there's the poem itself. Okay? So let's say I was searching and I'd never heard of Wolford Owen, and I just clicked on, oh, I like the poem, and click on related content. It's going to give me a biography. It's also going to give me 13 other poems by him, and then it gives me the poem categories. So when you're looking, you need to make sure that you have other poems that are by the same author and a biography. And then when I click on this, it's going to give me a very long biography. Trust me when I say it's lengthy. The longer the better, because it's going to give you more information. Okay. Another thing I like about this site is it gives you further reading and it gives you a bibliography. Okay, which makes things easier. Sorry if that made anybody a little nauseous. But when I click on Poems, Articles, and More, this is important. This right here, Articles About Owen, is really great. So anytime you're searching, you want to make sure you have articles too, because you're going to have to search for articles later. Okay. So, and I'll give there's some podcast, and it gives me the categories again. Okay. So, Just a reminder, while you're searching, you want to look for someone who has lots of information, lots of poetry, and lots of detail. You need to bring all this information in on Monday or Tuesday, depending on if you're A day or B day. First thing, this is what we're going to jump into right when class starts. If you have any questions, let me know, and I'll talk to you then.